Is it true that you need to use a fluoridated toothpaste? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be discussing about what is fluoride and is fluoride a necessary thing in your toothpaste. A long time ago, it was noticed that people in Colorado, they used to have some kind of brownish discoloration or some stains on their tooth surfaces. And then it was found that there was presence of large amount of fluoride in the water body there, which in turn led to these kind of stains on their tooth, which was aesthetically very unpleasant. Then there were studies which were done on this water and the amount of fluoride in the water. And it was found that those teeth which actually had ingested a lot of fluoride, what happens is they are more resistant to dental caries. So there were a lot of studies which was done on that, and on this basis there was increased fluoride which was given in water, like water fluoridation, salt fluoridation, and even in milk fluoridation was done. There are a lot of studies and evidences which suggest that the presence of fluoride in an optimal amount, I repeat, in an optimal amount, is very good for teeth as they prevent dental caries not only in adults but also in children. And also, whenever you have a very small decay, which are in very initial stages, they can be remineralized because of the presence of fluoride. So what actually happens here is that the enamel of your tooth is actually composed of calcium phosphate crystals. And whenever there is fluoride, which actually gets ingested into the body during the formation of the tooth, that is, whenever the child is during the developmental ages of the child, something up to 7 years of age, whenever there is a high fluoride content, it gets incorporated, and these calcium crystals, they actually form calcium fluoapatite crystals, which are actually seen to be more resistant to decay by the microorganism than compared to the regular calcium phosphate crystals. So everything has a different school of thought as well. So even in case of fluoride, there is a different school of thought which actually recommends us not to have fluoride at all, and they tell that it is very harmful for the body. But I feel that fluoride is really great, and in optimum amounts, they are very much required. And that's why they have been incorporated into the toothpaste. So that on a daily basis, when you use a toothpaste, there's a slight amount of fluoride which is actually taken up by the body or by your teeth. Like any other thing, in excess, fluoride is also not good. If you are consuming a higher level of fluoride, then it can lead to dental fluorosis, which is an aesthetic problem. You might have some brown spots or certain porous kind of enamel, weaker tooth structure, but definitely resistant to caries, but at the same time not very strong. So dental fluorosis generally affects children who actually consume increased amount of fluoride during the developing stages. If not that, in a very high or larger amount, fluoride can cause what is called as fluoride toxicity, which in a very high amount can also lead to skeletal fluorosis. I will be discussing about this in a separate video. So now let's come back to our topic. Do you actually need to use a fluoridated toothpaste? Yes, of course you have to. Fluoride, like I already said, in a safe dose is very effective. Just look at the irony that when there was a stain and people did not know what it was, and they find out that it's because of fluoride, and then you end up knowing that it is something which is actually very useful for the human race in order to prevent caries. And that's why the fluoride has been incorporated into the toothpaste. What you need to take care here is just that when you're administering or giving the toothpaste to your children, you need to be very careful that they don't ingest it. As well as you need to just put a very little peanut-sized toothpaste is enough for a child to brush. So under your supervision, whenever you're asking them to brush, there's no factor where they're going to ingest it. Also, whenever to have a toxicity of fluoride, you actually need to almost have, one or two full toothpaste, you need to eat it. Only then you will have a fluoride toxicity. In a milder level, it does not really matter. So fluoride is incorporated in different forms in your toothpaste. Like it can be sodium fluoride, it can be sodium monofluorophosphate. So in different forms it is available. And based on that, the quantity, the parts per million might slightly differ. Generally a range of 0.7 to you can say 1000 milligrams per liter of toothpaste is what is recommended for the fluoride quantity. Generally, the fluoride quantity in your toothpaste will be around 1000 milligrams per liter of toothpaste. And what you are going to use per day is very little of that. You just need to be careful with your children not ingesting them. And I would say that fluoride is great for you. So look out for a fluoridated toothpaste. Brush your teeth well, guys. And please do come back and watch my channel. Please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.